Hello Astro Kids and welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone had an amazing 4th of July. I am now moving on to the last of the zodiac signs for this Mercury in retrograde horoscope. So this is for all mutable signs. So if you have your sun, moon, or rising in Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, or Pisces, this is just for you. So starting off with Gemini. And starting with the World card. And so if you are a Gemini rising, so Gemini in your first house, this event is taking place in your 12th and 11th houses. And so this is really focused around healing. This is really focused around humanitarian pursuits and helping and healing through your gifts. So for a lot of you, you need to slightly change the way that you communicate in your friendships, in public, as far as any groups or organizations that you are a part of. So to communicate in a more authentic and true way, where you're really expressing in your feelings and coming from the heart space. And we have the Ace of Cups. The Seven of Swords. And the Three of Wands. And so, Gemini, things are looking pretty positive for you. Starting with the World card, I am seeing that this is a time where there is an opening to you. There is a portal being open to you for any kind of possibilities or opportunities that you are looking forward to manifesting into your life. So there is this opening so that you know that you are able to manifest. Even if it feels like you aren't, there is this opening to you. The universe is opening doors to you. And again, this offering, the universe is offering you exactly what you were looking forward to. So for a lot of you who are in a place of fear, a place of worry or doubt, a lot of you who are confused, who feel as though things aren't going your way, those of you who feel as though you can't manifest or bring about anything that you are looking forward to in your life, know that you can. Because the universe is offering to you exactly what you need to make this happen. You just need to be willing to accept this. So for a lot of you, there are lessons or challenges that are being offered to you. And if you are trying to avoid these lessons and go the hard route, this would be a big part of why you may not be manifesting what it is that you're looking forward to. Because you are being offered exactly what you need. It's a matter of being willing to accept it. And this is something where it's trying to bring this balance or harmony into your life. It is offering you more good than bad. If you see, there's two swords that are kind of stuck in this dark cloud, and then the rest of the swords are in the grass. So there is this feeling of there's more good than there is bad. And for some of you, you're not able to clearly see this. For some of you, you're trying to avoid the lesson or the challenge that you actually need to get to this positive result. So the universe is leading you in a peaceful and harmonious direction. It is, again, this process of removing or letting go of the past in order to sort of take this leap of faith to move forward. So you are being offered exactly what you're looking for. It is just a matter of you being willing to accept it. And this even goes along with the Three of Wands. There is this guidance or support that is there for you. You are being supported through this, whether it feels like it or not. And you are being called to walk on this journey as you're being supported. And that support does not necessarily mean old belief systems, traditional values, because there's a lot of tradition, there's a lot of belief systems, there's a lot of structures that have been put in place for you that need to be released. Again, it's this idea of needing to release the past in order to move forward. A lot of you are afraid to jump off the cliff, but you need to. So that was for Gemini. I will now move on to Virgo. So if you are a Virgo sun, moon, or rising, and if you are a Virgo, rising with Virgo in your first house. This is happening in your 12th and 11th house. So this is dealing with how you are in your public life. A lot of friendships and groups and organizations that you are tied to. How you are communicating and expressing yourself in those environments. So we start off with the 10 of Wands in reverse. And so there is this doorway that sort of feels as though it is closed off to you at this time. It feels as though there is some kind of work that needs to be done in order to have access to this doorway that is waiting for you to walk through. This doorway is waiting for you to walk through it, but there is work that needs to be done. A lot of you have lessons that need to be learned. A lot of you have personal soul work that you have to go through, changing mindsets and outlooks. So there is some things that need to be sorted out before you can actually walk through this doorway. And then we get the materialism card in reverse. And so there is sort of a feeling of self-sabotage or self-sacrifice, like you are tied to these obligations or these situations where it almost feels like you are just holding on to something that doesn't make any sense to you anymore. You're holding on to something that you truly don't value or truly doesn't make you happy. And it's almost like you're giving yourself up. You're giving up your own happiness to serve or help others. And so there's this needing of release. There's this needing of release from these activities or situations that you are tied to, that no longer serve you. And you have to ask yourself, what do you actually want to commit to? What do you actually want to be tied down to? Because right now it feels as if you are in chains with something that doesn't serve you. And that takes us to the Nine of Swords in reverse, where there is this feeling of being left behind. There's this feeling that if you do what you love or if you do something different, that you're being left behind by others, that others are judging you, that others aren't going to be by your side, going to stand by you on this decision. And that mindset, that belief system needs to be released because this is your personal journey. This is your individualistic journey that you are needing to walk on. And so, for a lot of you, you kind of just need to let go of this idea of needing people to be around, to support you, to stand by you. The people who actually value you will stand by you no matter what. The people who do not value you will start to fall away. So there is this feeling of loss. And this is going to happen, and this isn't bad. This isn't something that is meant to hurt you. This is just part of the process. And then we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. And so there's this feeling of you knowing what resources, what nurtures you, what are the things that benefit you. You know this, yet you aren't taking these things on. You aren't deciding to hold on to what benefits you, what nurtures you. It's almost like, again, going back to the materialism card, it's like you're holding on to things that you don't really value versus holding on to the things that actually nurture you. And there's this feeling of not wanting to speak your truth, wanting to sort of please others, wanting to lay down your truth, your beliefs, in order to do what is right for others. But what is actually right for you? This is a question that comes up, is what is right for you on your path? And this is where the Ace of Wands comes in and starts to cause this sort of chaos or destruction. It comes in and it sort of throws everything off. And this is divine timing for you. If things are starting to fall apart in your life, if things feel like you have no control and are out of order and chaos, this is a sign that it's time for you to make a change in your life. It is time for you to decide to do what is right for you. If things are falling apart in your life, this is a sign that you need to do something different. This is a sign that this is no longer for you. And this is perfect. At the end of this, we have the transition card, which again shows confirmation that it is time for death. It's time to release these old values or these old structures, these old things that you were committed to do what actually serves your truth, to do what actually serves you on your highest, greatest path, to truly be you, to truly do what you love, and to be your most authentic self. This old way of doing things that serves others versus serving you is no longer meant for you. So that was for Virgo. I will now move on to Sagittarius. And we start off with the Three of Pentacles in reverse. The Four of Cups. The Four of Swords. And the Knight of Swords. And so, whoop, there's one more card that wanted to come out. And we'll make that two more for clarification. We have the Ten of Wands in reverse, followed by the Five of Swords. All right, Sagittarius. And if you are a Sagittarius rising with Sagittarius in your first house, this is happening in your 8th and 9th houses. So this has to do with secrets and shared resources to some degree. This also has to do with your life lessons and how you are gaining your own personal truth and wisdom. And so, starting off with the Three of Pentacles, there is this feeling of not wanting to learn a lesson, not wanting to strive to gain the knowledge or wisdom that is being revealed to you. There is this lesson, and a lot of you are aware of this. There is this lesson that the universe is trying to bring to you, that it almost feels like you're rejecting this. And this lesson is meant to build structure and newfound wisdom and philosophy in your life. And again, like you are ignoring, with the Four of Cups, you are ignoring or uninterested or bored by the idea of needing to learn this lesson. It's like you're trying to run away or take a different route than the route that you know truly for you is meant for you to walk down. And like you were stopping yourself, you were trapping yourself in your own mind. You have these thoughts or belief systems in your head that are stopping you from learning this lesson, from achieving this goal, from gathering this knowledge or wisdom that the universe is trying to give to you. And so it requires you to take action. It does require you to push on ahead. And remember that this is a Mercury in retrograde, so it is better to plan things out versus actually trying to force anything into action. So, what a lot of you Sagittarians are being guided to do is to open yourself up to this lesson and to start to plan out what you are going to do, what path you are going to take. Are you going to push ahead? Are you going to avoid? Are you going to run? Make a plan of what you are doing in this situation. Because there is this doorway for you. There is this opening that is there waiting for you to walk through. But it's in reverse because there's this work that you need to do on yourself. There's this lesson that you need to accept. And you're not accepting this lesson. Therefore, this doorway is essentially blocked from you. You're blocking yourself. And the way that you unblock it is through learning, through taking up on this lesson, for being more open with your thoughts and allowing yourself to learn and experience this lesson. So that was for Sagittarius. I will now move on to Pisces. And if you are a Pisces rising with Pisces in the first house, this is happening in your 5th and 6th houses. So to some degree dealing with what is fun and exciting and pleasurable to you, but also dealing with what is serious and the areas that require work in your life. They require work and structure. And so there's sort of this balance between work and play for you in the way that you communicate in the different situations. And for a lot of you, there is this ego or this mask that needs to be removed. You need to be able to communicate comfortably and authentically in any situation. Starting with the Two of Cups, followed by the Nine of Cups in reverse. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, the Page of Cups, the Six of Swords in reverse, the Six of Cups, the Hermit in reverse, and we will pull one more card for confirmation. The Ten of Pentacles. So starting with the Two of Cups, there appears to be this lack of balance between two parties. And this can be literally between two people, or this could be between making a decision between two different situations. But this does involve a lack of balance. Like one area is more balanced than the other. And again, this can even go back to this sort of balance that we have going on between work and play. And there's almost a feeling that you aren't as special or unique as you thought you were. That you kind of are just blending in with everyone else. Or that you kind of just fit into any stereotype. Or that you kind of just fit in to whatever anyone is saying. And so for a lot of you, you aren't seeing your uniqueness. You aren't seeing your truth, your authenticity. There's sort of this feeling of confusion or doubt. And this is followed by the Queen of Pentacles. And there is this feeling of being nurtured or cared for or protected. And for some of you, this is by a strong female presence. For others of you, this is simply just the universe trying to nurture and support you. And so when it comes to this ability to know how to balance things out properly, and also knowing your true worth, knowing what it is that makes you special and unique, there's this feeling of needing to accept the love and nurturance from the universe. And for some of you, you are putting work before your life. You are putting work before your own happiness. For others of you, you are putting play before work. Take this as it resonates with you. But there is, again, this imbalance dealing with work, dealing with structure, dealing with routine. And for some of you, there is sort of this lack of discipline. For others of you, there is almost like there's too much discipline. You're not enjoying life. And again, the way that we fix that, the way that you work on this, is by accepting this love and nurturance from the universe, is by accepting this abundance and this bountifulness from the universe. You are being nurtured and cared for by the universe. For a lot of you, I feel like there are angels around you. For a lot of you, I feel like you are extremely blessed right now. Like when I think of the water, I think of how water hydrates you. There is this sense of love and care and nurturing from this card that you are being offered, that you have to take on in order to accept that which is special or unique or authentic or powerful about you. And again, it's almost like your thoughts are creating something that isn't true to your heart. It's like your mind is building a story based on what you are feeding it. What are you telling yourself right now? Are you feeding yourself self-defeating thoughts? Are you feeding yourself the truth? Are you feeding yourself things that actually benefit and support you? Are you feeding it other things that don't benefit and support you? And for a lot of you, I feel like that once you accept that care and love and nurture from the universe, there is this idea of comfort and home and safety and stability that comes of this. And for some of you, this could literally deal with the home. For others of you, this could simply deal with being stable and secure and comfortable. For a lot of you, I feel like you're in this very sensitive, emotional place right now. For some of you, it's almost like there's this confusion, like you're trying to figure things out in your life. You're trying to figure out who you are. You're trying to figure out what is truly valuable and unique about you. And as you accept what the universe is offering you, things sort of come into place as they should. There does come this sense of security and stability in this. And it's not even stability like the Hermit card. It's not needing to be super disciplined and to have all of these belief systems and structures into place. There's sort of this feeling of moderate security for a lot of you. There is this feeling of discipline, but not too disciplined. And it goes back to this balance between work and play. Are you enjoying yourself enough? Are you working enough? And with the Hermit in reverse here, it is sort of asking you to come out of hiding or to come out of this place of running or in this shell or this place of loneliness. For a lot of you, I feel like you have been on a spiritual retreat or in hiding, and this is taking you out of that place. And even here, there's this sense of success, and not just success necessarily for you, but for others. This is a very public card, although it is dealing with the success of this man who's sitting. It's also involving the whole family. This is public. This is sharing in that success, in that achievement. And so I do feel as though for a lot of you, with this Hermit card in reverse, you're coming out of this place of retreat, this place of this individual journey, and sharing this, distributing this accomplishment with the world. And as you do that, your wealth, your abundance, your accomplishments personally grow as well. So that was the Mercury in retrograde horoscope for all mutable signs. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any new content. And if you feel like this resonated with you or helped you in any way, please leave a comment down below. I hope you all have a great day.